Thai beef salad, we know the name, but why not try it with kangaroo? It works really, really well. And I'm going to be using kangaroo fillet. It is super tender and it's fantastic for stir fries like this. So what I'm going to do is stir fry the kangaroo first and then toss it in lots of beautiful vegetables and a delicious dressing. So to tenderize the kangaroo even more, I'm going to use a Chinese technique called velveting. So in a bowl, I'm going to add a little bit of bicarb soda and some fish sauce. And to this, I'll also add some lemongrass, which is very dominant in a salad like this. Now, it's the bicarb soda that is going to give a lovely little coating to our kangaroo fillets. Now, kangaroo fillet is full of iron and protein, and it's a fantastic substitute for beef. Look how lean and tender these fillets are. So what I like to do is cut them into strips. So cut them in half first, and then into thin strips, just like you would do for stir fry. And look how I'm cutting this. See, it's almost like butter. But by taking it one step further and velveting it, it's going to leave a lovely little coating. So each individual piece of kangaroo is going to be glistening and glossy as it stir fries. So once you've prepared your kangaroo, into our bowl of lemongrass mixture, and using some tongs, I'm just going to coat that. So give that a bit of a mix, and I'll also add a tiny splash of peanut oil, just a drizzle. And we just need to marinate that for about 15 to 30 minutes, just so that bicarb activates with the protein. So I have prepared one a little earlier, so this is ready to be stir fried. Now I've got my pan on, it is piping hot, just like any stir fry you do, you want it to be really, really hot. Another good glug of peanut oil. I love to use peanut oil when I'm stir frying, and we'll add about a tablespoon. And we want to do this in batches, so I'll add one big batch, separate the kangaroo, and give that a toss. And while that's searing off, let's make a really quick sauce. So I'm going to do this in the bowl that I'm going to toss everything into. I'll add some chilli. Now this has to have a big kick to it, so I'm using bird's eye chilies here. I've taken the seeds out and finely chopped 2 bird's eye chilies, along with some garlic and some sugar, just caster sugar, some fish sauce. That's for the saltiness. And I love a big hit of acidity, and I'm going to get that from lime juice. And I'm going to use my nifty juicer just to extract as much juice out of this as possible. So good squeeze into the bowl. Right, happy with that. I'll just give that a really quick stir just to dissolve the sugar in there. And let's get back to our kangaroo. All right, one toss. Perfect. That looks pretty good to me. So we'll take that first batch of kangaroo out. See that lovely crust that we formed? That's what we're after. Okay. Now we're just going to cook the rest of this, and then we can bring the whole salad together. All right, the kangaroo fillet is cooked. We'll just place it all on one plate and just bring it over to our dressing. Now, this is a really important part. I want to add the hot kangaroo into the dressing. It's almost going to act like a post-marinade, if you like. So while it's piping hot, into our spicy dressing. And you can see the texture of this kangaroo, how good it is. We've got crispy sides there. It's glossy also. That's all from that bicarb that we added. So what I like to do now is just toss all of that through our dressing, just to coat all of the meat first. So there is an order that I like. We go with the tougher style vegetables, so we can add a big handful of onion at this stage. Be quite generous with it, along with some cucumber and tomato. And I've just de-seeded the tomato. I don't want it to be watery. And that goes for the cucumber too. And we'll just toss everything together. At this stage, I'll add a small amount of salt, not too much because the fish sauce is salty. And the last thing we want to add to the salad is the herbs. So they wilt quite quickly, so you just want to do this at the very last minute. And I have a combination of mint, coriander and Thai basil, which is my absolute favourite. So a big handful of that into our bowl and we'll give it a toss. And you can see I'm just tossing with a fork and a spoon just so I don't bruise those herbs too much. All right, generous platter for this one. And we're just going to place big helpings of it in the centre and a little bit more. And for some extra texture, peanuts just to tie everything together. That is a stunning salad using Kangaroo.